some of you that might mean those blocks go underneath your feet so you can build that stability and that lining of your ankles, your knees, your hips. And depending on your chair, like Josephine was saying, our chairs can be different, right? And so that's a good point. I never really realized that when using two chairs, it is best to use two of the same chair, okay? Just, or one that might be a little bit lower, perhaps, if you're needing less lift when we bring ourselves onto that second chair. So for instance, my chair today has a back that leans back. I'm gonna go ahead and take that. I'm gonna take that back lean. Some formal chairs have a more upright placement, and that means that your shoulders will be stacked above your hips. For me, my shoulders are back behind me, and I'm going to take my shoulders and pull them back even more into the back of the chair. Whatever kind of chair you have, you can pull the shoulders back. Feel you pull them down too, okay? So come back and down and hold them there. As you do, you might have noticed your chest came out and your lower spine came away from the back of the chair. Try to hold the shoulders back and down, chest up, and bring in this belly button to the back of your chair. Okay, so that we erase or semi-erase that curve. And when we do that, we're intensifying our core strength here, okay? So I'm going to just rest myself here. I'm gonna have my head pretty much following in a nice alignment. So in other words, I'm not looking up, down, left or right now. I'm having my earlobes nicely placed right above my trapezius. Remember, those shoulders are pulled down and back. Chest is forward, but I'm pulling in here in the center, so we don't have that sway back so much. So it is possible to expose our chest, our heart, our upper body without having a sway back, okay? And let's just close our eyes. And it's not a total relaxation, I know that, because we're working on those shoulders and we're working on that core to keep the back from swaying. But you can still close your eyes and you can still come into some nice, slow, deep, full breaths. Scanning the body, noting the places that have and are able to relax. Noting those places that we are attending to. Good. From here, 2 more breaths. And then relax. Oof. What happens when you relax? My shoulders pull forward, my lower back just kind of came into the back of the chair on its own. My shoulders kind of pulled forward a little bit, right? So now just noticing that, right? And noticing how we can have a little lift, which takes a little work here and here, or we relax and we let go, and that's okay too. Right? But just notice the difference in what happens. Now let's take our hands right up by our hips, back still up against the chair for a moment, and then take and slide yourself forward, your hands forward, take them down your shins. May not go far, okay? Just go to where you feel you're able to release, let go, let your spine elongate. Look straight down at those beautiful feet of yours. Let your arms hangle and dangle. Let your head release down only if you're comfortable with that head lower than your heart. Otherwise, crown towards me, okay? So you do what feels right. Or you might, if you're okay with dangling head, you inhale and just lift your head so that your neck is in alignment with your spine. You really lengthen, and then you go ahead and release and let go in shoulders and neck on an exhale. Slowly bring your head, crown towards me, mind towards you, tailbone back, and exhale, take it on down. Again, only if you are comfortable with that head lower than your heart, or maybe you're not this low, you're really finding just more of an incline forward there. Let's do one more really long breaths here. And then attach your hands to some part of your legs and begin to round upwards, okay? And feel one vertebrae at a time coming in contact again with the back of your chair. Shoulders pull down and away from your ears that shoot our arms up, but not all the way, okay? And again, shoulder people, you might be like this, okay? So just take them to a point that feels right for you. I'm gonna have a little bend in mind to begin with, okay? And then I'm going to take one out and lift the other one up and come over to the side without lowering this arm. Okay, usually when we do it, and I'm using the back of my chair to feel that support and give me a little more length in the arms, in my spine. Okay, and then I rise up, both arms come up. Gonna come over this side. I won't come over as much. And I'm gonna come on over, hand out of my shoulder, come on over, or keep those fingers up. Find what feels right for you. Keeping the back pressed against that chair. I gotta bring myself back a little bit more. And then bring my arms up. From here, back up against the chair. Exhale, inhale, arms lift a little bit higher. My body comes away from the chair. Exhale, slowly take my back into the chair. Slowly lift it away. With an inhale, slowly come back. Here's a little bit of core strengthening here, okay? Not intense, just a little. As we shift our weight forward to straight up on our sits bones, and then coming back, leaning back on those sits bones, leaning back into the chair. Inhale, and again, arms can be straight, or you can have them be a little bit bent. Pull in, if you can, navel in, get rid of that little, erase the lower spine a bit there, okay? Two more. My exhale, my inhale, my exhale, and my inhale. Take hands and Anjali Mudra right in front of your heart space here. And take a couple breaths. I'm feeling like I'm in my hot yoga studio here. It's pretty warm in this room. Hands come on to my knees and let us take our heart forward. Come into that rounded lower spine. Look up, inhale. And exhale, curl, tuck, round. Your chin comes to your chest and you feel this nice caving in. It's okay now, cave in. And then come to neutral and then lift up. And then come back. Forward. Keep going, you guys. Finding these open-hearted moments here. And then instead of calling this a closed heart, call it a hugging in into your heart space, okay? The heart reaches out to hug the world, to hug each other. And then we close in to hug ourselves. Let's do 2 more sets. Really trying to pay attention to pulling my shoulders down as I do this. And then coming up. Good. Let's find ourselves more at the edge of our chair and our feet and hips, knees, opening up to either side. Okay. Toes out, heels in, and my hands are right here at the top of my thighs. I'm just going to shift my body weight back and forth. Really good for my spine and lengthening the side of my spine. This is especially good for the upper spine because we're really shifting in and back and forth through our chest area by doing this. And can you feel it right in through your obliques, right in here? Mm-hmm. Yeah. A few more times, just giving yourself these little back and forth. Mm, mm, mm. Good. And then let's go ahead, sitting up straight and tall. One hand stays on one knee. The other hand lifts up really high. And then let's take it back, like we're doing the backstroke. And just look at that hand reaching behind you. Then look at it up. And then look at it coming forward. Okay. So working on the neck a little bit. Working on a twist. Working on your breath. That's an exhale. Inhale. Exhale into that twist. Inhale, rising up. Watch that hand. Exhale here. One more time. Rise up. Look. Follow. Inhale. And exhale. Taking that hand on to our other knee and just feeling the difference now from one side to the other. Hand rises up. Inhale. Lengthen. Exhale. Follow that hand with your gaze. Inhale, lifting, looking, bringing your head and your hand forward. Inhale. Take it back on an exhale. Inhale, we rise. Exhale, we come down. Keep going, you guys. One more time. Hands here. And from here, going to lean forward just a bit, bend into my elbows just a bit, and then lengthen one elbow and take that shoulder forward. And let's let that happen all the way down into your waist, okay? So one elbow's bent. Inhale here. Exhale. See where you find yourself. Feet are weighted equally. Find your breath. Follow your breath. 2 more times. Pull that shoulder down. Bring it on up. And just go back and forth with our shoulder blades. That back of our shoulder a little bit. Shoulder area. Let's take 2 circles back. 2 circles forward. And then let's bend into the other elbow. Straighten this one. Let yourself come forward. Look back maybe. Bring yourself up. Exhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Keep going. Maybe when you exhale, you're going to take it out of your mouth. 2 more, please. And bringing ourselves up. Let's go ahead and let our knees relax inward. Come into the inside part of your feet. Your knees may not knock together because we have them kind of wide, but let's just let them relax. It takes work to keep our hips open. Let's let them relax. Maybe just giving a little massage on the side, on the tops, on the inside of our thighs. Good. And then opening them up again. And let's shift. This time I want you to shift over, lift up your sits bone on that side and really be over weighted on this leg, okay? And then come down and then shift, pull up this if you can. Find most of the weight here. There'll be some here obviously as well. And come on down. Let's do that one more time each side. Shift, lift, maybe onto just a toe on that side. Bring yourself back down. Una vez más, this side, lifting it up. I feel that twist in here as well. And come on back down. Good. Let's take our arms forward and bring them up. Again, shoulder people have a little bit of bend, okay? Take care of yourself, you guys, all right? From here, let's go ahead and find eagle arms. Fly down and cross. Maybe some of us are right here and that feels fine if that's good for you, okay? Right here or crossed with the shoulders. And let's take big circles here. Let's really rise up and take ourselves over, elbow to knee. Take yourself down, flat spine. Take yourself over, other elbow to other knee. Bring yourself up, big circle. Another time this direction, down through the center. Feel that in your core. Lift up and let's reverse. Take it down, bring it over, swing it, take it on up. Take it over. Una vez más, this side. Come on up. And pull your arms down and bow forward. Okay, just to your spine, completely parallel to the ground, or maybe you're just on an incline, but don't go any farther than parallel. So we're not dropping our heads, okay? Equal weight in the feet. Feel that back in your glutes, in your hips, just with this stretching forward and maintaining our weight without letting it collapse to the ground. Then unwind your arms, take your blocks if you have them. If not, your hands can come to your legs or to the ground, okay? And from here, half lift, exhale, bend into my elbows, only letting a head drop if that feels good to you. Inhale, rising up slowly to parallel spine. Exhale down. Take a few more. These are really slow, you guys. We're really just matching our breath. We're going from Ardha Uttanasana, half lift, into exhaling Uttanasana, forward fold. Exhale. 2 more times, your breath pace. And bringing yourself up to half, take hands one at a time to your thighs and lift with that straight spine on back up. Good. Now, I hope you remember what arm you put under the first time, because we're going to raise our arms up and we're going to reverse that. Okay, it does make a difference in all the functioning of the joints and how we have which arm placed where. Okay, so hopefully you are able to find that opposite one. And we're going to do that same thing, only we'll reverse our direction to begin with. Rising up big here. Exhale, take it on over to one of your knees and then slide yourself across to that other knee. Bring yourself up really big here. Take yourself around and down. Take it slow with your breath. When you finish 2 in one direction, go ahead and reverse. My inhale's lifting me up. My exhale's taking me down and across. Begin that inhale. I think I did 2 already, but I'm going to do one more. I can't count to 2. Come on across. Rise on up. From here, bring yourself forward, flat spine, bowing down here. And then if you like, releasing your arms and take your hands on those blocks or to the ground. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, releasing slowly down. None of this is fast, okay? Ujjayi breath, we hear ourselves breathing through that semi-constricted throat. 2 more. Rising up. Taking hands onto your thighs, lift yourself up, either rounding out of that or with a straight spine. And let's walk our feet back in. Find yourself with feet hips distance. Find yourself comfortably seated on your chair. Let's take a few breaths. Because we were lifting our arms over our head, the heart starts to raise up a bit. And I want you guys to make sure we can come back into homeostasis before we go off into another round of, we'll be moving into a warrior series here. All right, let's go ahead and take one leg over that chair to the side. This leg can stay here, toes pointing towards me, or you can take it and you can extend it out and back. Okay, you guys decide what it's going to be. Our shoulders and our hips are going to be mostly in one direction. So we can do that this way, right? Or we can do that this way. So please determine what's best for you. Or you can also block and leg down on that block. Okay, any of those choices, you guys. All right, so you know your bodies better than me. So here we are. Now let's just do a couple of back strokes with our shoulders, really into pulling my shoulders back. I've noticed a couple photos where my shoulders are where I was a little rounded, you know. So I try before photos to say chest up, chin up, belly in, smile on, right? Kind of remind yourself of all those important points. Raise your arms up into warrior one here. Fingers reach up high. Open them up. And let's come into cactus 2 times. Exhale, pull down. Inhale, rise up. Lengthening, exhale, pull down. Inhale up. And exhale, the hand by the back of the chair. Take a hold of the back of that chair. And your other arm stays up. And we come into a twist. Looking over that back shoulder now. Other arm stays lifting up high. So we're getting a twist on one side and lengthening on the other. We release from the twist. We lift that arm up. Inhale. Exhale, cactus. Inhale. 2 times cactus here. Second one here. Lifting up. And the hand closest to the chair stays up. The other hand comes down, takes it to the seat of the chair right behind me, push down, or the leg of the chair. And then I let myself come back with my heart opening. So pushing down on the chair, seat lifts my heart more. And I come into this exalted warrior one. Nice. Then releasing both arms up, inhale. Exhale to cactus. Hold down, inhale. Exhale to cactus. Inhale. Exhale, both hands down. You can take them right here on the waist if the shoulders are iffy. Back a little bit on your hips. Interlace at the base, maybe here, okay, maybe here. All of those are options. Chest is forward. Let's exalt again. Little different way. And bring myself up, releasing my arms, bring them up, inhale. 2 times cactus. Inhale. Exhale, hands come behind me again, interlace in the opposite way. This time, turn your body, open it up a little bit. Take yourself just a quarter of the way down. Pull up. Take yourself a quarter or a half. Bring yourself up. Quarter, half, or 3/4. Bring yourself up. On that in breath, quarter, half, 3/4, or whole. Stay there for 2 or 3 breaths wherever you are. Again, never lowering your head past the level of your heart unless that's something you feel comfortable doing, okay? Find that quarter, half, or 3/4, or that whole. Where are you? Go ahead and bring yourself up slowly. Even if you're at a quarter, slowly turn those shoulders forward. Release your arms, arms up, inhale. Exhale, cactus. Inhale. Exhale, cactus. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to Anjali Mudra. We thank our body and this side for what we were able to do. And we listen to our bodies here. We did not listen to our ego. Maybe we didn't listen to Julie, because we need to always listen to ourselves first and foremost. All right. Thank you. This side of my body. I'm going to now repeat on the other side. I am going to bring my leg in. Maybe yours was already. Turn back to the center first. And I've been talking to my body a lot more lately. And for instance, those of you that were around and knew that my knee was troubling me, it was my knee. And then I had like a sciatic thing. And then it was the shoulder. I said, something's wrong here. It's all on the left side of my body. This is my feminine side. So something was going on. And I really had to talk it through out loud. And it was pretty neat. An hour to 2 hours later, everything was gone. So I don't know, you guys, but maybe coincidence, but I'm believing that our body hears us, our body feels us, our body needs us to be in sync with it. So please do that for yourself, whether you talk to your body or not. All right, let's go ahead and turn over to this side. And let's see if I can remember everything we did. I think I can. I'm gonna grab a little bit of water. While you guys get yourself situated, because remember, you have all those choices. You have right here, one leg out, and we're looking at knee and ankle alignment here, or you're taking it onto knee, or I should say your shin onto the block, right? Or you're extending that leg out and finding your foot flat or not, just what feels right. We want to try to have as much of our hips forward. We're going to try to have as much of our shoulders forward. And this is our basic stance for, and even though we're not standing, it's still a stance because our feet are grounded, right? For warrior one, Virabhadrasana one, let your arms rise up, inhale. Really lengthen the sides of your body. Really find your breath here. Let's start off with 2 cactus, lengthen. Exhale, pull down. Inhale. Exhale, pull down. Inhale, rise. The hand by the chair comes and touches the top of that chair. The other hand stays up, okay? And we go ahead and start to twist with leverage of our hand on that chair, looking over the back of the chair, looking over the back, shoulder, other arm continues to lengthen up. Press through your feet. Come into that twist a little more. And then slowly releasing out of that twist. Chest is forward, other arm lifts up, inhale. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, lift. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, lift. And from here, taking the hand that is away from the back of the chair behind you onto the seat or onto the leg, push down there, lift through your heart, lift through that extended arm, or you have that arm slightly bent so that we're protecting that shoulder, and open up your heart. Are you breathing? And lifting back up, releasing that hand behind me, bring it up. Lengthen, exhale, cactus. Breathe on out. Through my nose, maybe out through my mouth. Rising up, inhale. Lengthen, exhale, hands come up onto my waist, onto my hips, interlaced, maybe pushing down. Pull shoulders up back, okay? Chest pops out, and then we go ahead and look up. Gazing up as far to our comfort of our neck. Squeezing into those shoulder blades. Releasing through the front of the chest. Bring yourself up. Release those hands. Inhale up. Exhale, cactus arms, and look up. Inhale. Exhale, cactus. Inhale up. And from here, releasing, come behind, opposite grip, push down, lift your chest up. Kind of come at an angle here, quarter the way down. Lift up. To move my chair a little bit. Halfway. Bring yourself up. And take yourself quarter, half, or 3/4. Lifting up. Repeating any of those, or coming into a full where you let your head go lower than your heart and your arms follow, if that's good for you, and your shoulders. Otherwise, hands are back on your hips or your waist, okay? And just release, let go here. Today's meditation was about the full moon and how we filled ourselves up so much with so many things, and now it's time to release and let go. So we can refresh, renew, and begin again. Push through your feet as you slowly, slowly, slowly lift that head up. Even if you're just at a quarter, take it slow. Shoulders, hips forward, releasing arms all the way up. Inhale. Cactus arms. Inhale up. 2 times here. Rise and up. Taking hands into heart center. Thanking this side of our body for its accomplishments. Being grateful. Maybe saying it out loud. Thank you, body, for all of the healing that you've done, for all the healing you will continue to do. And releasing hands. Let's bring ourselves back forward. Take yourself out so that you're on your heels with knees slightly bent. And let's go back and forth just a bit here to do our windshield wipers. Good thing to do when you've had your legs doing different things and now they can just kind of loosen up a bit. And then let's go ahead and take ourselves again back into a little wider stance. And I'm going to take my hands on my thighs. I'm going to bring myself forward, 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 and then push into my thighs. Just lift a little bit out of my seat, okay? And then find that seat slowly and bring myself back. Bring myself forward, 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 forward. Put weight into my feet, shoot myself out of that chair just a little bit, and then take myself back. Make sure that chair's there, okay? And come on up. Let's do that 2 more times. Come forward, forward, forward. Push down into your feet when you're ready to pop that seat, your seat, out of the seat, and bring yourself back. Place yourself down 1 more time. Forward, forward, forward. As we do, you're using your core here. Push into the feet, push into your hands on your thighs. Lift just gently out of your chair. Good. And come back. Slowly find your chair. Bring yourself up. Good, guys. All right, let's work in a little bit of goddess here. So find your legs in that goddess position and have blocks available too for afterwards. And so I'm going to go ahead and raise my arms up. Inhale. Pay attention because I've got these doors right here. And exhale, cactus. Open up. Rise up. Exhale, push down through your feet. Exhale. Goddess here. Cactus arms or goddess arms or trident mudra, I think it's called. Two more times. Beautiful. Hands up. Take your hands down. Take them down onto those blocks that are in the inside of your foot, your feet, okay? So find yourself with a good wide positioning here. I'm going to keep one hand on one block and I'm going to lift myself up and I'm going to come into an opening here where this whole front side of my body opens up in that direction. Feel where you feel it, okay? I know where I'm feeling it. Check into your body. How is it feeling for you? And then bring that hand down onto the other block. And I have my blocks at the highest level. If you don't have a block, your hand can be on the ground, your hand can attach to your shin, okay? And the other arm come up. Open up that heart. The block for me really gives me a little more. I can push down here, which lets me rise up and lets me come into that twist a bit more. And bring myself back. Good. From here, we're going to do that again. But first, take your heart up and look up, and then come into a curl tuck round. Inhale into a cat, a cow, and exhale into a cat. 2 more. So much today. you're doing in this 1 hour to move your body and move this lymphatic system throughout our body too, which is so important, so vital. Go ahead and bring that arm up and back. And just be there, be in your nice heart opening to the heavens here. And slowly take myself back down. And one more time, lifting up here and open up, flying, soaring, lifting, lengthening. And slowly returning, hands to blocks. And from here, hold onto those blocks. Take them out in front of you. Lift them on up. Inhale. Exhale, tap onto the opposite shoulder. Really feel that in through there in your tricep. Squeeze into the block. Come on up. If you don't have a block, then just be moving your arms and squeezing your hands into fists. Okay. Just to get a little bit of opening in that shoulder area. And again, really caution here. Okay, so Adrian, you might really just be kind of doing this. All right, find where your body says that is helpful to me, that is healing for me, that is not hurting me. Okay, one more time here, each side. Good. And let's go ahead and let those blocks come down. And find our legs back forward. In fact, we're going to go ahead and do a little pigeon pose. So one foot stays grounded, the other comes into this figure 4. If this isn't appropriate for you, then move it on down your shin, take a block and set your foot on that block. You'll still get this hip opening. That's what we're trying to achieve here, okay? So however you are, try to have your back straight, right? And your foot flexed. Flexing that foot sends that message all the way to this outer hip area. I am feeling it, okay? This will help you be stronger in your gait, in your walk. All that we do moving forward, we need these glutes, we need our hips, we need our thighs, we need everything, right? But this is attending to that right now. And then from here, bring your body forward. If you have that block, you can take it back and have your hands on that block to kind of support your weight. But as you've moved your weight forward, you're going to feel it more here. So you may not need to be here. You may be right here. Just with a little bit of weight forward, you may still be here and saying, that's enough for me. Okay, so find where your body is requesting to be, not where the ego is pushing you to be. Okay. Find some breaths into that side of your hip. Lifting your head if it was lower down and lifting that body up. And before we release, let's take some circles with that ankle. Okay, see if there's any little pops or noises going on there. And let's reverse up. Again, everything, all the little bones in our foot, our feet, our toes help us to move gracefully through our paths, right? And then from here, go ahead and set that leg down. And before we go to the other side, let's just lift. Feel that here in your calf, push into the ball of your foot. Feel this here in your shin. Come on down. Lift and lower. Okay. Two more. Good. And then I'm going to go ahead and switch that leg. So I'm either here, I'm on that block, I'm taking the leg higher, I'm feeling my hip here. Now I'm coming up here into this figure 4 position and flexing if I need a little bit more, and just release the foot and see how that feels. Then flex it. See how it gets a little deeper into that meat of the matter there. And sitting up straight and tall, just stay completely right here is beautiful, is great, is good, it works. Or we take our body weight forward and we feel that a little bit more, okay? Only if you want. And again, if you want a hangover, not that kind of hangover. If you want to hang your head over, you can go ahead and do that and use a block. Nobody wants the other kind of hangover. We probably all had 1 or 2 of those sometime in our lives. No need to repeat that. Couple more breaths here, you guys, getting into, again, the meat of the matter there. Flexed foot will keep you feeling it a little bit more. And then begin to rise up from your body's position forward, or maybe you've stayed nice and straight because that was plenty for you. And I'm going to go ahead and take some rotations of that ankle. And I can feel that as I do it all the way through, right in all of this. Then I'm going to go the opposite way. Good. I'm going to place that foot down. Take my hands and hold on to the sides of the chair. And I'm going to bring one leg up and I'm going to pulse it into my belly area, I guess. I'm pulsing it, getting closer to my body. Sitting up straight and tall, and that is work right in through the core to do this. Okay. And then lifting to the place that I feel like I can hold it for a bit. Taking my hands, if I like, more support underneath my thigh here. And then take a stretch out. Kick through your heel. Okay. Bring it in. Maybe it lifts a little higher, really just depends on whether you're holding it or not, right? I'm going to hold and then kick it out, point through your toes, okay? And then bring it in, maybe lift a little higher. This time, we're going to push out, but push through the ball of your foot. The toes are pulling back, right? This is what we used to call our front kick for Taekwondo, because if you would kick someone or something or a block with your toes, you break them. So you want that ball of that foot pushing forward. Go ahead and bring it back up and place it down. And let's take the other leg and let's start those little pulses coming up, feeling that here in the core. And the other that we did, you don't have to, again, have your hands underneath and you'll feel the difference working more into here if you don't have your hand underneath. But either way, you're working it to your personal approval. Lift up, stay there, or maybe interlace in the opposite way. Taking your hands here might allow you to lift that leg up a little bit more. And go ahead and kick through, and let's flex. I can't see the bottom of my foot. It could be dirty because I've been outside cleaning. I don't know. So apologies. I did shower this morning. I've also taught a class outside at 6 a.m. today. Go ahead and bring it in. Bring that foot up. And this time point, right? Point so daintily like, so gracefully like. Bring it in. This time push through the ball of your foot. Toes pull back. I've got a fuzz right there. I'm going to get rid of it. Ball of the foot pushes through. Feel that in your shin, right in here. Bring it on back. And let's place it down. And now take one foot over, cross the other one over. If this doesn't work for you, slide it on down, okay? But we've got two legs right now internally rotated, right? So all that time when we sit like this, or we have through our lives, we've been doing internal rotation, but generally we will take one leg over the other. So for instance, mine is generally my left because I'm left-sided and I tend to just do that. So it's really good if you do sit like this to switch it out, which we're going to do too. So let's go ahead, and in here, we're just going to let our arms rise up here. We're going to do a quick little full eagle. Go ahead and take those arms, one arm under the other, rise up. Exhale, bow down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, bow down. Inhale up. Exhale, releasing arms, bring them up. Exhale down. And let's switch out those legs. So now it's the other leg over. But again, look down and you can see, oh yeah, those legs are internally rotating. Those knees, those hips, okay, are coming inward, right? So sitting up straight and tall, arms up, opposite arm underneath. Bring yourself up. Exhale, bow. Inhale, rise. Exhale, bow. On up, straight spine. Releasing arms, releasing legs, and fold them down. Let's do 2 more of those. Good. Take hand onto the leg. Let's do another side stretch. Come on over. Bring yourself up. Other side stretch, this side. Come on up. One more time each side. Ujjayi breath. 2 sets, cat cow. Sit up straight. Hands come to your hips, fingers down. Pulling shoulders back. Look up with your heart. Inhale. Ustrasana, camel pose. Staying here. Letting the shoulders do what they need to do. Letting your heart do what it needs to do. Letting your head, neck do what it needs to do here. Ustrasana. Bring yourself back to straight spine. Release your arms. Shoulder rolls to back. To forward. One more twist for the day. Hand crosses. Come to the back. Find yourself. So I like to repeat a few things at the end that I think, go ahead and release, are fairly simple and hopefully easy for you to remember. And maybe you can just do these 3 or 4 or 5 things when you're seated in the chair for a while, and just take a break and find yourself moving a little bit, right? It's funny, I was thinking earlier how when we're in a meeting or we're in something where you have to be seated, they'll say in an hour, okay, let's take a stretch break, you know, or in yoga in an hour, it's all about a stretch break, right? Everything we do is working into stretching. So can we build some of that into the rest of our day? And the other thing too, take note of, and I've had some people share this with me, and it really feeds me and feels good. Not feeding my ego, but feeding the yoga that we do. And they'll just say, you know, I've noticed now that when I'm doing such and such, I'm able to do it so much more easily. And so just think about your day, where you're taking your body, and is yoga, is what you do now and what you take away from this and do on your own, helping you to move more gracefully through life, more safely through life, in a really healing manner through life. And let's just go ahead. And when I say healing, it's not just about the physical, right? It's about our emotional sense as well. Sitting up straight and tall. Come into a few breaths. It was nice. Yesterday we had an in-person class of the mat yoga, Wednesday at 10. Sherry was there and Chris was there. Shelly was there, Luann was there, and Evelyn was there. We had 5 plus me, 6 people. Felt really good. But I'm promising you that our chair class will stay Zoom. If there are people that really want to do a hybrid, we can start meeting there. But if so, let me know. Okay, you guys, I'll only know if you let me know. And that's an easy change that I can do. I live right down the street, so can do that. But we will definitely continue this in a Zoom, if not, if something else, maybe hybrid method as well. So anyways, you guys, thank you so much. And also, not this Wednesday, but a week from Wednesday, I'm going to start a 7:30 a.m. class for restorative, more yin yoga, more gentle yoga. And there'll be some chair involved in that as well. And that will not be Zoomed because Denise will do meditation, so we both can't use the Zoom at the same time. That would just be in person. So I'll be there 7:30 to 8:30, gentle yoga, 8:45 to 9:45 a walk, and 10 to 11 a more challenging yoga flow class. So anyways, you guys, thank you so much for your presence. It's always really special. And I'll send you all those little ducklings, a little video